Today I have a couple of fun custom planner spreads put together. Let's go. Hey y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com, and today I'm working on two different custom planner spreads. Both are kind of fun. So we have a vertical spread in the venti size for Danny, and she asked for a Mean Girls theme because that seems perfect for October 3rd. So we're going to create that for her. And then I have a monthly spread for Georgicia, and she wanted a fun, bright, faithful themed spread. And so I have some illustrated faith goodies I'm going to use on her spread. All right, I will link the things that I use down below. Otherwise, I'm going to put you all on fast forward. Let's go. There are always a few ways to do a super themed planner spread. When you're doing something that's very specific, you can go all out and have everything that's on that spread have to do with that theme. For instance, if you're doing a sports team and you have every single icon have something to do with that, or a particular movie and you cut out all the characters, that's one way to go. You can also pick up on a color scheme of a few icons or a few stickers that are going to represent the movie or the theme that you are focusing on, and embellish that color scheme or use that color scheme to inform all the rest of your decoration, and then just focus on a few key pieces. That is what I am going to do for Danny's spread. I wasn't feeling like it would make sense to necessarily cut out all the characters and things like that and do a really character-driven spread. What I wanted to do was take some of the great quotes from Mean Girls and use that on the spread, starting with "It's October 3rd," because that's the week that Danny requested the spread. So I actually cut out the quote, "It's October 3rd," and we're using that as the date at the top of the spread. I'm combining some Mean Girls quotes with happy blooms and garden flowers from the Happy Planner. These are some older floral sticker books, but I love the pinks and I love the kind of darker pinks and purples that are included in this spread because it feels a little bit more fall-like to me as opposed to using all bright pink. The other way I'm bringing in some contrast is with washi tape. This is washi tape from Plannything. I love the scalloped washi from Plannything. It just makes me so happy. So this is the scalloped washi from Plannything. I'll also be bringing in some pink scalloped washi in just a bit. So as you can see, my primary focus is these florals, and that's going to be the main decorative element on the spread. But the thing that's going to really drive home the Mean Girls feel would be the quotes, which are stickers that I created on Canva and then cut out with my Cricut that are some of the great quotes from the movie. I'm pulling in some boxes. This is a venti size spread. I pulled in boxes from Mojo Jojo Plans, and I'm also adding some journaling lines. I wanted to go ahead and put those lines on here before I forgot or lost track, because it can be so easy to get carried away with decorating that you forget where you wanted the lines. So I love the look of the vertical lines, or the lines in a venti size spread that are made for a grande size spread, if that makes sense. Like if I were drawing these lines in like a classic Happy Planner, they would fill the whole box, but I like the margin that's created when you use the stencil with a bigger size planner spread. It looks really clean and neat to me, and I think it's perfect for a journaling type spread. As I put the boxes onto the actual paper, I am making sure to include even more florals. We want florals to go throughout the whole spread. So every time I put a box down, I'm making sure there is a floral there as well. I love just the look of this spread right here. Before we even add any of the Mean Girls stuff, I think it looks very pretty and very striking. I'm going to cut these two pages apart and trim out the disc punch, or the discs holes that got covered up by stickers. Let me just hand trim those out. I feel like it makes it easier just to do it by hand. Let me do this one. Then I want to add a little bit more pink throughout the middle of the spread because of course pink is a big deal. I have all of my scalloped washi from Play Anything gathered up, and I decided to go with the brighter pink, kind of a magenta looking pink, and I'm going to add the scalloped washi at the bottom of each box. Adding washi tape directly inside functional boxes is one of my favorite new things to do. I think it looks so cool. I think it makes the box look very custom and very interesting and different. So I love that look, and something that I've been repeating a lot lately, but I feel like if you find something you like, by all means, repeat it and do it over and over and over again. Okay, I am back working on the planner guides now because I am planning out where I'm going to put all of these mean girl quotes. They're so good. So fetch is butter a carb. I can't go out. I'm sick. And then burn book. You can't sit with us, and a little bit dramatic. All great quotes to add to the spread to give it that Mean Girls twist to it. I'm just trying to figure out the best place to have as many quotes as possible without overwhelming the spread. I did cut these out on white sticker paper, so I also need to be careful on how I'm layering them and what they're covering up, what they're not covering up. This one, for instance, I feel like there's going to need to be a few more florals that go around the quotes so they feel more incorporated with what's happening. So like this one, yeah, it needed a little floral here, just to make sure that the quotes aren't just plopped on top, but actually considered part of the full spread. I love how this spread came together. Let me know what you think of Danny's Mean Girl spread down below. Danny, I really hope you enjoy your layout. Next up is Georgetia's monthly spread, and she wanted something that spoke to her faith, was a little bit inspirational, and that was fun and colorful. And when I think of fun, colorful faith, I definitely think of Illustrated Faith because I think they do such a fantastic job of creating faith images and faith products that have a lot of fun and color to them. And I think that's important. Not all faith stuff has to be pastel and toned down. You can use bright colors. So I actually used the Kelly Bangs set. I think it's called Charm School. I loved the papers behind it, and I especially loved all of these frames. There were all of these framed pieces that I thought were so cool. And I printed them really small, and you see them kind of in the upper right hand corner. I will be cutting them out in a moment, but I just thought they were so pretty and I was really excited to use them. I cut out some digital papers from Kelly Bangs to create a background for this monthly spread, and then trimmed around the boxes. That way I would be able to create that cool background, and that's going to make a huge impact on the overall spread. As I take a moment to number or to date this monthly spread for the month of October, let me read you some of the quotes and words that are in the frames that I am going to be using. So we have the woman to be admired and praised is the one who lives in the fear of the Lord. She will not fear, for God is with her. I am a child of God. Her husband and children arise and call her blessed. Blessed is she who has believed that the Lord would fulfill his promises to her. When she speaks, she has something worthwhile to say, and she always says it kindly. She always faces tomorrow with a smile. And I thought all of those were beautiful, inspirational verses, and I was excited to include them on Georgetia's spread. I am a huge fan of words on spreads, whether it's Bible verses or motivational words or quotes, whatever it is. I love having words in all kinds of art and in my planner, so I was excited to include those on this spread as well. I did resize this printable. I printed it out at 50% of the original so that the frames would be small so that I could include as many as possible on my spread. And I'm going to have them cascading down the left-hand side of the page and then cluster a few over here in the right-hand corner as well. This is definitely a different feel for an October monthly. It may not be what most people do in October, but I love the fact that Georgetown wanted something inspirational and colorful. And I feel like, especially if you use multiple monthly spreads, maybe in different planners or with different layouts, why not change it up and go with something instead of having all fall all the time or all Halloween all the time? Why not just change it up and do something a little bit different? This would probably be beautiful in Georgetia's Faith Planner, something like that. All right, as I'm putting things onto the page, I'm also mixing in a few cardstock stickers from previous Illustrated Faith kits that I had in my stash because I thought, why not bring in a little bit more color? We're going to bring in these kind of stamp looking pieces and then actually some art supplies as well. That is pretty much going to be it for Georgetia's spread. Off camera, I do end up adding some boxes for her because she has things on every Monday and every Wednesday. And then I will also add the month at the top off camera. It just didn't make its way onto my filming. Those are the two spreads for today, and I would love to hear which one spoke to you a little bit more. Did you love the Mean Girls spread, or did you love the brightly colored faith-themed spread? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider hitting that subscribe button as well as the bell notification button. As always, I will link the supplies that I used down in the description box below. All right. I also want to give a huge shout out to my Patreon members. I hope you all know how much you are appreciated. I am so amazed by the Patreon community. If you want to join us, you can find out more at patreon.com/ScrappyWife. I hope that all of you have a fabulous day. And as always, keep it creative.